Hi, this is Rand Smith with System 7 Coaching and Real Estate Workshops, here to bring you another real estate tip, trick, strategy, or action that you can take in your business right now, today, to start making more money, spending less time doing it, and put more net bottom line dollars in your pocket. So if you're ready, we're going to get started. The feedback system is a part of my listing presentation and my pre-listing package, but I pulled it out because it's a pretty nice little standalone system that you should be using in your business. It's what I call to keep sellers happy. And if you can do that with a very simple 2 or 3 step system, plus there's multiple benefits that you can find out later, but you'd have to be, enrolled in our coaching program to find out all the nuances. And the biggest reason for that is, yes, we'll get the business, it will make money, but the biggest reason for you is you get all the tools and all the dialogue and all the instruction that you need to reach any goal that you can set. I guarantee it. In fact, you'll not be able to deny it when we get done serving you. Okay, so let's talk about this feedback system. What exactly is it? Here's an overview. It's a system that I put in place that instructs the sellers that anytime their property is shown or previewed by an agent, that they come home, they find the card, or they set an appointment directly with them. And I make my listings all easy to show. You can call the seller direct. If not, use the electronic key box. So if that happens, I instruct the sellers to call in my 800 sellers hotline. Why do I have them call a hotline with their own extension? So that they don't interrupt us throughout the day, you guys. Okay, so then we just, twice a day, we call in or we go online and pull down the information off our 800 IVR system. Now, if you don't have an 800 IVR system, you can still use this. Just have them call your office. Okay, and unless you have like 90 listings, that'll be fine. Okay, so the feedback system is designed to get information from the agent that is valuable to the seller. Because unbeknownst to you, maybe, that every time their property is shown, there's a dialogue that goes on amongst sellers. It goes something like this. Well, I wonder if those people are really interested. I don't know, honey. We should stick tough on price, though. Well, we'll find out. RAND will let us know. Now, you may not even have gotten around to checking your electronic key box information online. And you may not even be one that follows up on it. But the reason we follow up, the biggest reason is to get the feedback that our sellers are expecting us to get. They want to know what happens. Because if you don't get it back, they keep going on with this continued dialogue that continues something like this. Well, I don't know, honey. Why isn't he called by now? I don't know, but, he's the best there is. He will get back to us and let us know. Well, gosh, I wish he would hurry up. They're going nuts, you guys. They're playing this game of, well, what if they want it? Can we get moved in time? All of those other things. If you're selling your home and you monitor your own actions, you'll find you would be doing the same thing. So if you've ever found that your relationship somehow got compromised with one of your sellers that you have the listing with, this may be the reason. They want to have some information back. They don't even care if what you tell them is. The result of that showing is that they're not interested. That's okay. It gives them some closure so they can shut down the dialogue. It's very stressful for them to wonder what happened. Did these people like it, love it? Did they hate it? What about it? And they want to know, and you better find out and make sure that you have an easy way to get it to them. So here we go. It's the feedback system, keeping you informed. These are the presentation pieces. We have learned that one thing that you expect from real estate agents is communication. Remember, I'm presenting to the sellers. This is just a few pieces out of my 48-page listing presentation that only takes 15 to 20 minutes. Now, that is why we have developed a system designed to give you exactly what you want and need. Feedback. Feedback every time your home is shown and or previewed by a real estate agent. And here's how it works to your benefit. We like to keep you involved in the home selling process, so here's what we ask of you. We're putting the responsibility on them. And this is a table tent that we put in several locations by the phone at their home. Okay, it says, Dear homeowner, every time your home is previewed or shown by a real estate agent, please call our convenient 24-hour sellers hotline at blank and provide us with the name of the agent, the company that showed your home, along with their cell phone and fax number and email address, the day and time it was shown by this agent, plus tell us anything else you think we should know about this showing or any questions that you have. Thank you. And that's it. Now, we used to tell them they could email this to us, this information to us, and sometimes they do email it to us, but more than not, most of the sellers anyway that we serve, because they're middle-aged, they always want to call this in. It's just more convenient for them than sitting down and trying to remember how to pull up their email. I know it sounds ridiculous. Now, of course, for younger people, we would only use email communication. But I'm just telling you why this table card has it this way. You can put your email address there on there if you choose to, but they have it enough other places. Next, here's what we do. Once you call in this information, we'll get that message, and we have your own seller's hotline extension that's there just for you, and you can use as many words as you want, speak into it as long as you want. Once we get that information to us, we're going to do the following. We're going to get the following feedback from that agent, and we give them a free lottery ticket as our way of saying thank you, and as an ethical bribe, if you will, an inducement, to take a couple of minutes and give us the information that we want, that you want, that we need. And we put on here, sometimes we fax this out to them before we send it via email, but really the truth is, the number one way that we get this information is simply by picking up the phone and calling their cell phone, and we ask these questions, and then we fill it in ourselves, and we send you a hard copy and an email with this information so that you have it. We also keep a copy of it in your file. Okay, and so this is what we want to know. Regarding our listing with the listing price is X, are your clients interested in this home? Why or why not? What improvements might make this property more sellable or show better? And we got some feedback from them on that. And what do you think this home will actually sell for? Now that's the biggest question I want to know the answer to. And the agents will always tell you a price that's less than your asking price. And if you have an overpriced turkey, guess what? They're going to be honest. This is a great way for you to get a price adjustment with other agents, using other agents' information. But you have to ask this question. Now, if I'm talking to an agent and wanting to get their feedback on this, say, hey, you just showed my listing at 123 Easy Street. It's listed at 525. And are your clients interested in the home? Well, no, not really. Can you tell me why or why not? Well, to tell you the truth, it smells like cat urine everywhere. Oh, gee, I'm sorry to hear that. Now, what improvements might make this property more sellable or show better? Well, if you get rid of that cat urine smell. Plus, it's a little higher price than they wanted to spend. Okay, great. And what do you think this home will actually sell for? It'll actually sell for. In the final analysis, what do you think it'll sell for? And by the way, I'm going to give you a free lottery ticket just for giving me the answer to these questions, for taking the time out of your day. Well, I think it's going to probably sell for about $450. Thank you. Give them a note of that. That's it. Now, we've had one agent that won $5,000 from a lottery ticket we sent them. So we give them an ethical bribe and inducement. It's kind of like sending out in mail a $1 bill that makes people feel guilty. There's that law of obligation, law of reciprocity. If you give me something again, I'm going to start to feel uneasy until I can do what? Give you something back. Now, agent instructions. This is if we email it to them or send it by way of the fax. The fastest and easiest way to get this information back is to simply call our 24-hour agent hotline and tell us your answers to these questions. Thank you and good luck. Okay, so that's the quickest way that they can do it. All right, you guys, let's move on. Once we get the feedback information from the real estate agent, we will, and now I'm back to doing my presentation for the seller, call you immediately and tell you if there is an interest in your home or not, if anything is suggested that might make your home more sellable. Plus, we will tell you what the showing agent thinks your home will sell for. We'll mail you a copy of the actual feedback sheet for you to review, then place in your personal seller's edge binder. Then we want you to place it in your seller's edge binder for safekeeping. Don't ask me what that is. It's another lesson that we'll go over in the future, or you can get on our coaching calls. Okay, now, if I get something negative back from that other agent, this is the time for me to tell them. Say, well, they said they smelled a cat urine or some kind of a pet urine smell. And then you can maybe fib a little bit and say, I've never noticed that, but they did. It's a good way for you to get some things accomplished that you may not have had the guts to address because you didn't want to compromise your relationship with them. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Of course you do. Now, if the agent doesn't mention anything about one of these little things I want to get fixed by the sellers, I might bait them a little bit by asking them, say, did you notice the smell of urine? Well, now that you mention it, I did. Great. One thing's for sure, when you give them this feedback to the seller, they'll probably never do business with that agent again. And I'm not trying to do that intentionally. That's just one of the side effects that I have noticed over the years. Okay, that's the feedback system. I urge you to adopt it or something similar in your business because these sellers, your listings, they do want communication and they want it on an ongoing basis. And when they really want it, and fast, is every time their property and your listing is shown. Besides, you should follow up anyway. Find out what that agent thinks is going on. If they had a real life buyer, I have had brand new agents And when I was following up, they had a buyer, a real buyer, but they just didn't know how to take them to the offer process. We've written up offers for that agent, put it in their hands, and then handle both sides of the escrow, and we still pay them, of course. Because when I'm working with me, I like working with the other side of the agent. They're really proficient. In other words, if we handle everything, it's better for everybody, including that new agent. So those of you that are veterans and think you're pretty good at this, it gives you all sorts of opportunities to coach a young agent or a new agent that might need some help and maybe not getting it from his broker. Okay? All right, you guys. This is Rand Smith reminding you that we bring you these tips, tricks, strategies, actions that you can take in your business to make more money in less time and put more net bottom line dollars in your pocket. If you want to get in touch with me, you can go directly to our website, system7workshops.com, or send us an email at system7workshops@gmail.com. Forgive my voice. I've been talking too much today. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.